What's up, Bears fans? So after a long and hard bye week, the Chicago Bears are finally back in action this Sunday. And man, it feels good to be saying that because I've missed watching the Bears over these last 2 weeks. Going into this bye week, I think this is the highest that our team has ever been, going into a bye week because, we're 3-1, we're at the top of our division. We're almost at the top of the NFL, just a couple games behind the Chiefs and the Rams. And everyone is healthy, analysts, the media is all saying positive stuff about the Bears now. And it just seems too good to be true because, if anything, if being a Bears fan has taught me anything, it's that, good times don't last. But this year just seems so different for some reason. I don't know if it's because of, Coach Nagy, of all the extremely talented players we have, but this year just feels really different. And let's hope that this success lasts. All right, so week 6, we're going to be playing the Miami Dolphins in Miami. And this is going to be the first game that those orange jerseys are brought out, which I'm pretty pumped up about that because seeing those jerseys remind me of seeing Devin Hester, Brian Urlacher, all those people. So it's going to be nice seeing those out again. And, the Dolphins, they're a pretty mediocre football team right now. They have 3 wins, 2 losses, but those 3 wins have been against, not that good competition. And when they actually face good competition, the Patriots and the Bengals, they lost by a lot. Well, the Bengals game, they actually should have won, but they choked that lead away. And the Patriots, they just could not compete against at all. So, yeah, the Dolphins are not a very good football team. They're not a very bad football team either. So they're right in the middle. And I think that the Bears should have a very good chance of winning this game. So let's get into the 3 keys to a Bears victory. So key number 1 is going to be get the Dolphins in as many third and long situations as you possibly can. And I don't care how you get those third and long situations, if you generate pressure up the middle, if you get pressure on the outside with Mack and Floyd, if you just stop the run game, if you, do whatever. But if you get the Dolphins in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15 situations, I am very confident that the Dolphins are not going to be able to convert those, and they're either going to result in punts or turnovers. The Dolphins' offense on 3rd down is 29th in the league right now, and the Bears' defense is 7th in the league on defending on 3rd down. So I really think if we can force these 3rd and long situations, the Dolphins' offense is not going to be able to find any momentum, and our defense is just going to force a punt or a turnover. And, Tannehill, he doesn't have that many weapons to begin with. His receiving core, it's okay, but, he lacks, really a true number 1 wide receiver. And his running game isn't as good as it used to be either. So I really think if it's going to be 3rd down, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, he's not going to be able to convert it. All right, so key number 2 is going to be take advantage of good field position. I'm pretty sure that the Bears throughout this game, they're going to have very good field position in many different opportunities just because of how terrible this Dolphins offense really is. If you look at the stats, I'm going to read you guys some stats right here. And I'm just comparing the Miami offense to the Bears defense. So the Bears total defense is 2nd in the league. The Miami offense is 30th in the league. The Bears are 2nd in scoring defense. The offense of the Dolphins is 28th. The Bears are 1st in rushing defense. Dolphins offense is 22nd. The Bears are 9th in passing defense. Dolphins offense is 28th. Like I said, Bears defense on 3rd down is 7th in the league. Miami Dolphins offense is 29th. And the most important stat, big plays. So the Dolphins offense is 28th in the league in big plays, while the Bears defense is 1st in the league in stopping big plays. So you can just see how the Dolphins offense is not scary at all. And our defense, it's such a big mismatch. So it's going to force a lot of punts and a lot of turnovers, which Trubisky and the Bears offense need to take advantage of. We can't just be settling for field goals all the time. We need to, again, put the ball in the end zone, however that may be. Now, Trubisky does not need to pass for 6 touchdown passes every single game, which that would be nice if he could, but if he can get a couple touchdown passes here and there, and we can take advantage of our good field position, finish our drives, then we're going to win this game. And finally, key number 3 is going to be to get Jordan Howard involved in this game in any way possible. Now, whether that be through the passing game or the run game, it doesn't really matter to me, but I really want to see Jordan Howard more involved in this offense for the sake of my fantasy team, but also just for the sake of the Bears as well. Because, I read some reports that Jordan Howard, he's feeling very, not motivated. He was kind of down after the last game because he didn't have that much of a role in the win as he would have liked. And I don't really blame him because he is a very talented and extremely hardworking player. So obviously any player of that caliber, they're going to be wanting to contribute to these wins. But obviously we're not going to just give him more carries or more touches just because he has hurt feelings. And I'm not advising that that's why we give him more carries or touches, but I'm saying that we need to get Jordan Howard more involved right now because later in the season, we're really going to have to use him. Especially, when it starts snowing outside in Soldier Field and you cannot pass the ball, 50 times a game, you're going to have to run the ball more. And if we can get Jordan Howard involved more right now, it's going to be beneficial for later on. And we also have to keep in mind that the Miami secondary is actually pretty talented. Like, they're not full of scrubs like the Buccaneers secondary was. They have Minka Fitzpatrick, you have Xavier Howard, who has 3 interceptions, which is pretty nice, and they have Rashad Jones. So they're full of some playmakers, and Trubisky is not going to be able to just throw to wide open receivers like he did in the past game. So if we can get Jordan Howard involved in the run game, it's going to take some pressure off of Trubisky. Now, one more final thing I want to mention is that I've been hearing some trade rumors involving Jordan Howard going to the Eagles. And I just want to say that all those rumors I'm 99% sure all those rumors are BS, because it does not make sense for Pace to trade a very productive, very cheap running back in the middle of the season for just a draft pick. Unless it would be a first round pick, which there's no way the Eagles would give up that. There's no way in hell we should trade Jordan Howard. He's just too valuable. Even though he hasn't had that much of a role yet, later on in the season, we're going to see how valuable he actually is. All right, so let's get into my prediction for this game. And I actually have the Bears winning this game 31-14 in Miami. And I think that this is going to be the game that Jordan Howard breaks out for the first time this season. And that's why I'm actually going to pick him to be the MVP of this game, because I think that he gets over 100 yards for the first time this season. I think he plays a big role in the passing game as well. And the reason I say this is because, Miami secondary is pretty decent. So I don't see Trubisky having the same type of game he had last week, which that would be nice if he did. But I think Jordan Howard is going to have much more of a role in this game. And overall, I just do not see how the Miami offense is going to score points against the Bears defense. I gave them 14 points just because I think that in garbage time, we're going to not be playing as hard and they're still going to be trying to score points. And we're going to let them get 2 touchdowns. But overall, I do not think this game is going to be close because Miami is a bad to mediocre team, and we're on the cusp of being a very elite team. So we're going to win this game, and we're going to move to 4-1 on the season. All right, so that's going to wrap up the video. As always, leave your comments down below. I want to know what you guys think about the game, what the score is going to be, who you think MVP is going to be. And yeah, it's going to be another fun game. It's going to be a very dominant showing by the defense yet again. And I still don't think, the majority of NFL fans still don't respect us because they're saying now that we haven't been beating good competition, which that's not true at all. The Buccaneers were good competition, but we just made them look like trash. And, I think that even if we get this win, they're still not going to respect us. But after we beat the Patriots in Week 7, that's when they're finally going to respect us. 4-1, let's get it. Bear down.